See one there. All right. And here.
So tell me about growing up on Daufuskie.
We never missed what we didn't have, and it came to things that we couldn't get.
To go down to the public dock like this, to go swimming.
Hunting and fishing. Developed the peace and quiet, you know.
Look at that oyster. Going to the river, catching a fresh fish, taking it home and cleaning it. Within a couple hours, you got it on a plate, enjoying the freshness of it. A lot of people don't realize the type of fish and crab and shrimp that's all in here that can feed a nation, actually.
So when you think of Daufuskie and Black History Month, what comes to mind?
Celebrating, appreciating, remembrance, heritage.
We were the teachers of the society. And unfortunately, America has proclaimed that we were not a people of culture. When we gave them so much knowledge in food and language and music and science, and we can go on and on and on. So we have a chance now to celebrate that in its diverseness from island to island.
When I was growing up, we had almost exclusively black community, black church, black school, black student, a real kind of close-knitted communities. It was such a rich history, but it also was tied to the ownership of land.
Growing up here was the best childhood life because these woods, we used to roam these woods, we used to play in them, we used to hunt in them. It was a part of our world. We don't do that anymore, basically because a lot of the land that we had access to is no longer.
With nothing else, the land being a part of your legacy and all that, it should have also been a part of the generational resource or generational wealth building for young people.
When I go to my grandmother's house, it's just the memory of my grandmother calling my granddad, or she in the field, or he chopping wood, or we sitting on the porch.
This home means so much to you.
Yes,
what do
it
you
does.
feel when you come back each day or whenever you do to check on it?
I feel peaceful. I can hear the voices of the joy and the work and just the coming together. Come in here. My sixth generation great-grandfather helped build this church.
The church was pretty big. The older people kind of insist you had to go to Sunday school, you had to go to church.
People would come, they would have service, and then they would be in the yard and start talking and sharing and telling about how big the hog is or the field grew or whatever the conversation was.
How big of a role did the Gullah community, the Black community play, does it play for Daufuskie?
Back then it was everything. Now, only because we don't have a lot of people here, but being here is the reason I'm trying to bring people back home. Bring the younger generation to understand what their grandparents and parents went through when they were living here.
The word Gullah comes from a corruptness of Angola, okay? And some of the first people that were Africans that were brought into the Carolina were the Gullah tribe. Gullah is a mixture of the African cultures within the continent.
Ask questions. We fail to forget those folks are not going to be here always. So we share the stories for them to remember, I need to start sharing my stories. And I ask folks, please pass it down to the younger generation. If we don't pass these stories down, they won't know and they won't care. And because we don't enough, it's one of the reasons I feel our kids not connected to what it was like based on what it is now.
And you know, working on that story, I did my best to get everything in, but there's still so much more. And this is already a story that's longer than usual. There's just so much history on that island.
Yeah. So what would you say is your favorite part?
Oh, I think hanging out with Sally Ann because she's just wonderful. She took me all around the island. She also cooked for us. She made us deviled crab the first time we came over there. So it was really nice to get to know her experience as well.
It was amazing to hear her story too, and those pictures.
Oh my goodness.
Had me in awe just looking at them.
Absolutely, absolutely. You get to look back into history and literally see what it was like.
Yeah, it's also so important. Great job, Simone.
Thank you so much.
Well, where it began